Welcome to our webinar, How to Turn Your 5-Star Reputation into a Standalone Marketing Machine by Ken Ivey, the Web Czar. My name is Ryan Kauf and I will be your host today. I direct the Wisconsin Small Business Development Center, or SBDC, at UW Green Bay. The Wisconsin SBDC is a statewide network of resources working with small business owners and their executives to facilitate their business's growth and improvement and to help launch successful new companies. The no-cost business counseling and low-cost leadership development training at the Wisconsin SBDC at UW Green Bay is funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Small Business Administration, also known as the SBA. Our website is uwgb.edu/SBDC. We call these monthly no-cost 30-minute webinars our Secrets to Success series, designed to help small business owners and their executive team members increase their financial success. At the conclusion of this webinar, we will share the upcoming webinar topics, and we encourage you to consider registering. We thank Mickey and Tim from First Business Bank and Michael Wentworth of TMR Associates for their partnership in developing and promoting these monthly webinars and for their dedication to small business success. There's Michael Wentworth there. After the webinar, you will be emailed a link to a recording of this webinar. During the webinar, you're invited to ask questions at any time. Please use the menu along the right side of your screen indicated here in the red circle. Type your question and hit enter. As soon as I see it, I will make note of it for the presenter to address toward the end of our webinar. And now I'd like to turn it over to our expert presenter this month, Ken Ivey, the Web Czar of Living Water Digital. Ken?
All right, thanks a lot. Now I'm going to see in a moment something I can share my screen with. There we go. Okay. Now can you see my screen, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me see if I can minimize this. Okay. All right, well, hello everyone. Welcome to the training. I am Ken Ivey with Living Water Digital, and my goal over the next few minutes is to show you step by step how to dominate your market online. The proprietary system and marketing strategies I'm going to be giving you today will give you the edge your company needs to achieve rock star status in your industry and position your company as the market leader. So let's start out by showing you some dramatic shifts that have just happened in the marketplace. So let's start by asking a question. Would you buy a product or service that has bad ratings and reviews? Obviously, it would be a no, because no one wants to actually have that experience when you're buying a product or service. So we always look at reviews as the indicator of how we might experience that product or service. But here is the more important question. Which one do you buy? Now obviously, it's the one with more good reviews. And why is that? Because we want to have a great experience. And we're looking to make sure that a company is consistent with delivering that experience. So this is what consumers, individuals, and companies do every single day. They go online and they're looking to find the most reputable company to do business with. And only one bad review, if it's not addressed correctly, can send the customer from your website or directory listing to somebody else's. So that makes the difference between your phone ringing or your competition's phone ringing. And the reason we don't call this reputation management is because management doesn't get the phone ringing, but marketing does. Management is a very defensive posture. Marketing, on the other hand, is very proactive. So when you see a company doing reputation management, that company really doesn't know what they're doing. What they should be doing is reputation marketing. And so why is that? Well, it's because we believe that your reputation is everything. And more importantly, the online marketing game has changed. You see, everyone's been doing reputation management for such a long time, but they don't understand these big game changers. And now it's all about reputation marketing. So let's talk about the game changers real quickly. Game changer number one. If you type in any company name in a city, when you do a search for it, it reveals that company's reputation. For example, when I type in the word Douglas J. Alterman plus their city, look what comes up, their company name. And look at right after this, the reputation score. Now in this case, they have a 15 out of 30, which is an incredibly poor score. So anyone actually searching for them, even if they're just looking for directions, is going to go and type in their name and city to find some more information, and they're going to see what a bad reputation they have. Now depending on your industry or city, you might see a star scoring system instead of Zaggett's number rating. So we want to make sure when someone types in your name that they find a 5-star rating, a 5-star review about your company, and not what we just saw. And it's also important to remember that when people are searching for, even if they don't know your name, let's say a DMD in Charleston, you're going to have a list of people typically in the maps if there's enough search for it. So you and all of your competition will be lumped into that one first little window. And so they'll see not only your reputation, but also your competition's. And they're going to make that choice. Do I click here or do I click there? So let's talk about game changer number 2 now, which is that customer reviews are a major factor in almost every type of online marketing. And that's because bad reviews show up in Google Maps, your Google Plus listing, pay-per-click. I mean, look right there. You can see reviews showing up inside the pay-per-click. They show up on the website rankings, organic rankings. They show up in local directories like Yelp and City Search and Bing and Yahoo and Yellow Pages. Reviews are a major factor in almost every type of online marketing. So that leads us into game changer number 3. And that's that SEO, or pardon me, search engine optimization, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of that stuff really works anymore if you have bad reviews or a bad reputation online. And that's pretty simple. Why would you want to do all this work and spend all this time and money getting to the top and doing online marketing? And when people find you, all they find are bad reviews. So really what we've seen over the last few years is a complete flip-flop in online marketing strategies. Before we used to do Google Maps or Yelp or video marketing and blogging and social media stuff, and then we work on getting some great reviews or work on getting some customer reviews. That's completely the opposite of what today's marketing is all about. Step 1 is you need to create the 5-star reputation first. Then you market your products and services online. Because again, who wants to be at the top? Who wants to spend all that money getting to the top when all they're doing is really wasting their money? Because the phone's not going to ring if you don't have that 5-star reputation. And other businesses or customers are looking for that. So let's take a look at game changer number 4. Well, we talked a little bit negatively about reputation, but let's talk about what some positive things can happen. First of all, reviews sends you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers because buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. So reviews can be incredibly bad for you if they're bad, but they can be incredibly good for you if they're really good. And so look at this stat from Miles Anderson from Bright Local. 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. So we need those 5-star reviews on your website. You have 5-star reviews on your listings. Now that's just as good as someone's mother saying you should go buy from this company. That's as good as someone's best friend saying, you know what, you should use this type of service. I used it and it was amazing. That's just as good as a colleague at work saying, look, if you need that, you should go to this business. They do a great job. So 72% of buyers trust reviews just as much as personal recommendations. And I want to go a little bit deeper on this fact because this is a big game changer. Nielsen's is one of the top rating companies in the world. And they put out a survey and said, look, when it comes to the extent that you trust different forms of advertising, which are the most important things that you trust? Well, they said here, 92% of people trust recommendations from people that they know. But here's the big one. Look at the one right under that. 70% trust opinions based on online reviews. So we had one stat saying 72%. Now we've got Nielsen saying 70%. This is huge. But more importantly, look at this. They actually trust consumer opinions posted online more than an editorial, newspaper, or article. You could actually have an article written about you that is editorial, and people will not trust that as much as an online review. So you can see here, all the evidence points that reputation marketing is the most important marketing that someone can do for their business. So if you're going to do any kind of marketing with your business, it shouldn't start with a type of marketing that people don't trust, like TV ads at 47%, or email marketing 50%, or even branded website marketing at 58%. It should start with the top 2, recommendations from people that people know, and consumer opinions posted online, which is reputation marketing. So why is reputation so vital to a business? Do you know how many reviews people see before making a purchase decision? 10. So all these consumers are online. They're looking for reviews. More importantly, they're looking at multiple reviews, not just one or two. Consumers look up an average of 10 reviews before making a decision. Okay, fill in the blank here. 70% of consumers trust a business with how many reviews? Care to venture a guess? 6. So this stat is incredible. And this is kind of the secret sauce, How many reviews do you actually need to be credible? Well, here it is. 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. So you can see here that if consumers are looking for 10 reviews and you have 10 reviews, then the bottom line is that's the plumb line. You are not credible without 6 5-star reviews. Without a 5-star reputation and a minimum of 10 reviews, your business just can't be trusted when people actually find you. So this is the difference between your phone ringing and not ringing. More importantly, this is the difference between your phone not ringing and your competition's phone ringing. So incredibly important. We need not just to get 10 reviews, but 10 5-star reviews. So when people see your business online, your phone rings. So how do you create a reputation marketing strategy? Does everybody want to get into that right now? If you do, just type yes in the chat box if you're ready to go on. Okay, great. Because that's what we're here for. We want to give you the step-by-step strategies. And one of the first things you need to do is really understand your situation. We're not just building a 5-star reputation. We're leveraging it and marketing it. And the first move is to actually know what people are saying. So what we've done is created a proprietary system and strategy with software that actually shows and reveals to you within moments what your reputation is online. And all you have to do is plug in your business phone number, and our system will sift and sort through thousands of different data points online. And look at this number. You can see the screen with any bad reviews about you. And then we take your good reviews versus your bad reviews, and we give you a reputation score. Next, we also search on the most important sites that your business should be branded on to see if you're even there. So literally, within moments, you can find out exactly where you stand online. So that's where we want to begin. So what I want to do is this. I want to give everyone the link to our reputation report system. And there you can put in your phone number and see for yourself what others are saying about you. So hang on a bit, and toward the end of the webinar, I'll share that link with you. That sound like a good start? Okay. Because once you know your reputation, you're going to find that there are really only 4 types. One is going to be a bad reputation. Obviously, we know that's not good, and you're going to need to do something about that pretty quickly. But then there's no reputation at all, which, as we just saw, is as good as having a bad reputation because it doesn't get your phone ringing. You need at least 6 positive 5-star reviews for it to even look credible online. And then there's a good reputation. And if you have a good reputation, that simply means you have some good reviews and maybe not some good reviews. But it's more good than bad. Well, what if you have 10 really good reviews, but the last 2 are bad? See, this is the question we asked earlier. Remember, if you had multiple good reviews but had 1 bad review versus another company with none, who would you go with? Well, this is the difference. Having a good review is not enough. So these types of reputations are not going to get your phone ringing, and they're not going to be able to position you as a leader in the industry. It's getting a 5-star reputation that is going to make you the industry leader. So how do you do that? Well, here are the steps. First of all, step 1. You want to build that 5-star reputation, which we'll go into in a little bit here. And we'll give you some insider strategies how we do it for our clients. And then you want to actually market that reputation. We're going to show you exactly how we actually use and leverage the power of this reputation and get it out into the marketplace to get people really excited about doing business with your customers. And then 3, you want to manage that reputation. You want to keep that reputation going because you're only 1 customer away from a bad review. I mean, everybody has a bad day. The receptionist, your salesperson, the person you've hired to fulfill all the products, your strategic partner, everybody is 1 day and just 1 customer away from a bad review. So we want to make sure we manage that really well. And then the last thing we want to do, which I believe is the most important, is we want to create a reputation marketing culture. It's not enough just to try and fix things. But we want to be proactive inside your business to make sure that every single person in your company is on the same page. And they're all motivated to do the same thing, to do a great job for your customers. Give them a first-class experience and get a 5-star review to keep that 5-star reputation going. So you can see when you have a plan like this put together, you can dominate your market online. So let's look at strategy number 1, developing your 5-star reputation. Now you have a lot of ways to do this, and one of the best ways that we do really starts with creating professionally designed review postcards. We design these for our clients, and what they do is they print them up, they send them out to their existing client base, and the customers love to give them 5-star reviews. You can do something like this on the cheap at Vistaprint. Now another thing we do is we actually build business cards. You see, your staff needs to be armed with a way for your customers to actually give you reviews. And having a business card that tells them where they can put the review and how easy it is to give that review is vital for creating a 5-star reputation. And then we also create email templates. Now emails are very easy ways to get reviews, but you have to actually word things a certain way to be able to really motivate people to not only read the email, but to take action. And we do that for our customers, but you could do that too. And there are so many more strategies like contests, etc. But these are 3 that you can apply to your business right away. Now, one of the big insider strategies that we create for our customers is a private review page. See, what we want to do is we want to be able to have a one-stop shop for everybody to be able to post their reviews. So here's the question. Would you rather someone post a review on Yelp that's not so good, or would you rather put it in your own personal review area where that review never sees the light of day? Pretty easy, right? Let's take a closer look at this private review page. So here's a review page I create for my clients, and here's what I want you to set up yours. Remember, our strategy is to ask our clients to leave a review on our website so we can use it in our marketing. We want to catch their reviews here locally before it gets posted on third-party sites like Yelp and City Search, Insider Pages, etc. That way, if there's an issue, we can turn it around and maybe get a 5-star review instead of a 3-star review. Take a look on the right. You can see we're displaying other 5-star reviews as sort of a psychological indicator that everybody else loves us and you should too. We also default the star rating to 5 stars. That's just another nudge if they're on the fence. They'll have to actually click the bar to leave anything other than 5 stars. We're also getting permission to use the review elsewhere, like on our social media pages. Now, once they've left their review, a few things happen. If it's 3 stars or less, the client is directed to a page with a review expressing empathy for the reviewer and telling them that this is not the experience we want them to have, and that they will be in touch to see how we can make this right. Afterwards, we'll ask them to submit another review. If their review was 4 or 5 stars, we direct them to a thank you page saying, you know, most people who leave us such a great review also review us on sites like City Search, Google, etc., and that we've copied their review so that they can click one button and paste it into a third-party site. We really don't want to make them think. We really don't want to make them work to leave us a great review. So these 5-star reviews then populate our website and are also used to create graphics for Facebook and Flickr, Pinterest, and videos for YouTube and other social media sites to help us market our 5-star reputation. Now, all of this sounds like a lot of work, and it can be at times, but we've shown it's the most powerful and trusted marketing you can do, so it's worth it. Let's talk a few minutes about how to actually market your reputation. So once we build the 5-star reputation, how do we actually market it? Well, if you think that text reviews posted to a website are powerful, you should try video reviews. The videos we create for our clients are incredible. They literally convert like crazy. And if you have any movie editing skills and a smartphone, it's really not that hard for you to do it yourself. And they're incredibly effective social proof. People like to see other people talking about what they're about to invest in. Also, social media. You know, I really talk about social media all the time. Social media this, Facebook that, Google Plus this. It can get crazy at times. But before, no one could really convert that into leads. But now, when you're mixing in reputation marketing, it's real easy to get referrals from this media. Also maps marketing. You know, we looked at that a little bit earlier where there was a maps listing and the reviews were on it, so his reputation was out there. So the question is, are you the one that's on top of the map? Or more importantly, are you the one with a great reputation? Remember, they might find you and they might find your competition, but they're looking for a company to do business with that has the best reputation. And also email marketing. And what we find here is when we looked at those Nielsen stats is that email marketing really isn't that effective. And if you think about your own inbox, how many things you throw in the trash bin, I'm sure you can relate. But it can be effective if you combine it with reputation marketing. So every time you send an offer, every time you tell them about a discount, whenever you actually send out newsletters, any other type of email marketing you do, you must couple it with your 5-star reputation. It's going to be very powerful if you do. And then you have sales presentations, and companies that take advantage of this can literally double their closing ratio. Now just imagine the ability to sit in front of a customer that's kind of on the fence about whether they should go with you or buy your products or services or maybe your competitors. And then you say, you know, don't take my word for it. Let's go online and see what other customers who are just like you are saying about us. And then you read all of your 5-star reviews in front of them. Remember, statistically speaking, that's just as powerful as having their best friend, family member, or a colleague at work recommending your products and services to that customer. So you're going to be able to close a lot more sales if you arm your salespeople with reputation marketing. A great way to market your 5-star reputation is on your website. Now let me ask you, do you have reviews on the front page of your website right now? You might have a testimonial, but do you have reviews? Well, that's the most powerful thing you could be doing. Let's take a quick look at that. That's what that looks like. Right on this page, Dr. Bill, he's got one testimonial right there in the front. And it's a great example of reputation marketing. Now, when people hit your website, it's going to leave an impression with them within 2 or 3 seconds. If they like what they see, they'll stick around. And if they don't, they're going to click away fast. Let's look at what keeps them there. People love to see social proof. And video is a great way to have clients tell their story. Now, this is the same website. I've just scrolled down a little bit and taken a screenshot. Now, note that we're always drawing on the credibility of the review sites themselves by including logos like the YouTube logo, the Google logo, the City Search logo. Wherever these reviews are coming from, we want to include that as social proof. Now, let's be honest. This site is kind of plain looking. What really gets his phone ringing are these ratings right on the home page. It's going to make your website sticky, and that's what people are looking for anyway when they want to do business with you. Okay, let's talk about managing. One way to manage reviews is to set up reporting, so you can be alerted to new reviews left about you. You can do this by going to google.com/alerts and entering your business name into the search box and selecting how often you want alerts. Now, this won't work for all reviews because some review sites already have your business name as part of the page. Insider Pages, for one, is an example of this. Your business name is already on that page, and then people leave reviews about you on that website. So this kind of search is not really going to get caught by Google Alerts. So that's why we go out and poll these sites every day to make sure that our customers are getting good mentions, and if they're not, we alert them right away. So this can be time-consuming, but if you have the time, it's well worth it if you can catch and mitigate a potentially harmful review. And it's very important to respond to all reviews, good or bad. And if you happen to get a not-so-glowing review, you really don't want to respond by bashing the reviewer, although it might feel good, and I've got thousands of examples of this. Instead, respond with empathy and attempt to turn that bad review into something better. For those that stick around to the end of the webinar, I'll share a template document with some example responses that work well in this situation. Now, one of the most important things you need to do with your reputation marketing strategy is to create a reputation marketing culture inside your business. So here's the question. You expect your staff to give first-class service to every single one of your customers, right? Well, what's your plan to inspire your staff to give first-class service to those customers and get raving reviews? You see, what we want to do here is actually build a reputation marketing culture so all of our staff are on the same page. So what's that plan? The plan is to build a personalized reputation training center. And that's what we do for our customers. Here's what that looks like. This is an example of a training site I built for one of my clients. The employee enters a little information, watches a series of brief videos, and then takes a really quick quiz. Now, the results of the quiz are sent to you, so you'll know that the employee understands how important their role in reputation marketing really is. But what if you're not a programming guru? Well, you can hire someone like me, or if you're a do-it-yourself kind of guy or gal, you can create your own video training and arrange it on a YouTube playlist. You can then print out your own quiz and distribute it to your staff. Now, with this method, the only real cost is your time. It may not be as fancy as mine, but it'll do in a pinch. So your goal is to really partner with every single one of your employees and get their buy-in. Many of my clients reward employees who prompt client reviews on their website, and a greater reward if they post to a desired third-party review site. These kind of rewards can be cash, but more often than not, employees want comp time or even paid time off, and that works great as a motivator. Changing your culture can really make a difference. We'd love to help local companies like yours that provide such great products and services build that 5-star reputation and create a great reputation marketing strategy that truly will turn your 5-star reputation into a standalone marketing machine. Now, before we take any questions, let's go over what we've learned. First, you've got to build a 5-star reputation. You can do that with postcards, emails, sending those to your existing client base. Now, that existing client base has already bought from you, so it'd be pretty easy for them to say something nice about you. Also, if you can, create a private review page. That's a great way to get good reviews and keep them from getting to the third-party sites if they're not so great. Second, we've got to market that. So once you have some 5-star reviews, make sure you're showing it everywhere you can, on your Facebook page, on your Pinterest boards, on your website especially. Third, you want to manage those things. Monitor and respond to all reviews. So that means you're going to have to go and look for those things every day. But as we know, this is the best kind of marketing you can do, so it's worth it. Finally, you want to create a 5-star culture and get that employee buy-in. That's going to be probably the most important thing that you can do. So at this time, we'd like to open it up for any questions. And don't forget to visit the page at the bottom where you'll get a review response template and a link to the Reputation Report website. And maybe we can get Ryan to put that into the chat box. And with that, Ryan, I'm going to give it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ken. I did put that right up in the chat box there, kenivy.com/UWrep. And we got time for one question. And the first question that came through was, first of all, there's a lot of information here, which is excellent. And I thank you for that, Ken, because the information was great. If we had to pick one thing that we could do today to start, what would that one thing be? And I know you did a great job summarizing everything you covered as well. So what's that one thing?
Probably the most important thing is to find out what everyone is saying about you. Now, if you're looking at Google and the search engine results, you might get a few ideas of people who are leaving reviews on certain sites, but you really want to get a comprehensive look, because one bad review out there on some, way distant site that you haven't been to in a while can affect your rankings and can affect your phone call. So go to fastreputationreport.com, plug in your business phone number, and get that information. Once you've got that, then you can start doing some of the other things we've outlined.
Ken, again, thank you so much, and really appreciate the information you shared with us today. My gratitude. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. To close us out, next month, our webinar will feature Cher Gunderson of Master Your Accent, who will present how to break through public speaking blocks and get out of your own way. In September, Rick Balzan of Balzan HR will present how to hire right for your business. Register for these and all upcoming webinars at uwgb.edu/SBDC. We also have several past webinar recordings there on sales, marketing, leadership, and professional development. In closing, I would very much like to thank Ken Ivey again. Thank you, Ken. Mickey and Tim at First Business Bank, and Michael Wentworth of TMR Associates. And thank you all for attending. Now, go turn your 5-star reputation into a standalone marketing machine. Have a great day. Goodbye.